Bienvenidos a Ignite, el podcast de EO Puerto Rico. Este año nuestro enfoque es claro. Make it personal, make it purposeful, and make it matter. Y no hay mejor manera de vivirlo que conversando con líderes que nos inspiran a llevar nuestro impacto al siguiente nivel. Soy Tere Caballero de Fast Sign Puerto Rico y
Tamara Matos de Business Atelier.
Juntas seremos sus anfitrionas en este espacio donde compartiremos conversaciones de alto valor.
Hoy tenemos el privilegio de entrevistar a Alicia Lyttle, estratega de inteligencia artificial reconocida internacionalmente, CEO de AI Innovation, autora bestseller y oradora de TechX, con más de 20 años ayudando a empresas a innovar, automatizar y escalar IA. Alicia ha sido reconocida entre las 100 mujeres a conocer en Estados Unidos por JP Morgan Chase. Now, let's ignite today's conversation.
So welcome, Alicia, to Puerto Rico. It's a pleasure for us to have you here. And you've been in business for many years. So what really drives you to go into the AI industry?
Yes. So the first time that I was introduced to artificial intelligence, I was an entrepreneur and I was already in marketing. So I was doing digital marketing. But in 2017, I spoke at an event and the speaker before me, he was 15 years old at the time. And he showed how IBM Watson, a computer system, beat the nation's best Jeopardy champions in a game of Jeopardy. And I watched this computer answer the questions in Jeopardy and win. And that had happened in 2011. So I became so interested in AI and what it could do. I started using tools with AI in it.
So after 20 years, I know that's a great story. Yeah. How is that? How you see things changing?
Yeah.
How fast is this moving?
Right now, it's moving at the speed of AI. I used to say it's moving at the speed of light, but it's like moving at the speed of AI. So muy rápido, right?
Muy rápido.
It's moving very, very fast. So just while we're sitting here, there's going to be so many advances that are happening in artificial intelligence. Right now, it's moving extremely quickly.
There's a lot of theories about AI and how it's going to impact the human resources.
Yes.
How many jobs it's going to be taken out of the whole industry.
Yes.
So with the amount of experience you have, and like you say, you understand this is going so fast. What are the industries or where are the jobs or skills that you foresee are completely going to kind of disappear or substituted by AI?
Sure. So many. So if you start at just call centers, customer service, first impacted. So in Jamaica, we see the call centers already closing down because the companies have said, we don't need the humans answering phones anymore. We're using artificial intelligence. And sales calls and copywriting, it just so many, every industry is impacted. Most jobs are impacted. And as AI will completely change the workspace as we know it right now, it's also creating jobs and creating opportunities. So we look at it from both ends of the spectrum. But yes, every industry is impacted and will be impacted.
Implications for the entrepreneurs are watching us in this podcast today. Sure. Which 3 indications you will say for us to be alert?
Yeah, I would say for every entrepreneur, it's the first thing is to see how you can win with AI. So for us, we look at our businesses. What can we do that AI will benefit us? So, and then the second thing I always say is look at where you have where you're lacking in your business. You said, I wish I had someone who could do this for me on my team. And then see what AI tool you can use to create that. So if you say, for this podcast episode, I wish I had someone that could clip up the episode and put them on YouTube Shorts and Instagram as Reels. Well, there's a tool that can do this. It's called Opus Clips. You upload this video. 7 minutes later, we'll have probably 20 to 25 different clips that you can put on social media from this podcast interview. So you start to think about the different ways that you can really, as an entrepreneur, grow and explode your brand by using AI. And then the last thing is to create your tool stack. So what am I going to use for content creation? What am I going to use for video editing? And in our company, we have a policy that's an AI first policy. So anybody that works in our business, all of our staff members, they have to use AI first when they're doing something. So with the video editing example, if you're going to edit videos for me, you have to use AI first. Look at what AI tools you can use before you ever start to think about doing something manually. And that's helped us really rapidly grow and scale.
Yeah, that's awesome because there's always 2 philosophies. AI disruptive,
Right.
AI effective. So
Right.
you kind of go through, it's disruptive, but it's if you use it well,
Correct.
it should be.
Yeah, it's so disruptive now in the early stages. It's the disruption we're going to see is even greater. But as entrepreneurs, we need to look at how it can be effective for us today. And then as we look at our businesses, starting to look at how it's going to disrupt the industry that we're in, but how we already using AI can jump ahead of that, how we can be an AI forward company so that we beat out our competition. So it's the companies that are integrating and using AI that will beat out the ones who aren't.
Also, I'm gonna pass it to Tamara, but before I do that, this morning we were on a actual great seminar you gave us.
Thank you.
You talk about building the deck.
Yeah.
So for people who are watching us, how many hours should we, after we took your seminar, how many hours we have to dedicate now to building that deck?
Right. I'll say it depends. So some people are going to be so passionate about it, have so much fun with it, see so many ways to integrate it. They're going to spend time every single day doing it. And as the business owner, we need to also think about, do we have someone on our team we're going to say, you are the AI officer. It's your responsibility to learn the tools and to teach everyone else and figure out how to integrate it. So a lot of times for the busy entrepreneur, I always tell the business owner, you need to know how to use it or what's possible. And then you need to have one team member at least that's dedicated to integrating it. And integration is a key, like integrating it throughout the business.
So adopting is train the trainer.
Correct.
Thank you. So Tamara, I know you have some questions.
Of course. So I have some questions about leadership, right? So I came from Microsoft in business development, and at least we had some time while they were developing
Right.
for us to integrate that into our leadership style. But with AI, it's not that easy and it's faster.
Yeah.
So how do you integrate the technology and the leadership? Because at the end of the day, it impacts personal lives, right? How do you manage your team, and how do you actually make sure that they are aware of how fast this is moving and impacts their daily lives?
Right. So we do have somebody on our team. Her name is Jamie, who's dedicated every day to making sure that she's not AI. No, it's a unit.
She's human, okay.
But she uses all AI, right? Yeah. To help us as a team understand what changes are happening, what we need to be aware of, and then tells me as the leader what I need to make sure that we're integrating into our team and paying attention to as well. So then as the leader of the team, it's my role to also tell all of the staff members that we have how they can use it and integrate it with my vision. Because for me, I'm the chief, AI innovation officer in our business, but we have other people who are doing things as well.
Yeah.
But what I tell every leader is that they need to have a policy within their business so that every team member understands how the business is using AI, and then be open to the fact that that policy is going to change. It's going to be this month, but have an open mind to, we're going to be a little bit more flexible next month. So, when we talk about being a leader, we have to say, because it comes from us, how AI is integrated into our company.
Right.
So I always say we need to train the leaders first so that they have the open mind and can say, yes, we need to do this, and put the team on it, and then empower the team to use AI. So find out how your team members and your company culture, which company culture is so important.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Because we're talking about policies, but it has to be about culture as well. So my question is we are going to be restructuring basically perpetually, right?
Yeah.
So how do you decide who's going to, the culture and the team members that are going to be joining that culture, because they have to be perpetually uncomfortable.
That's right. That's right. I will say that in our team, not everybody has survived this AI wave. Some people have not survived it. They said, I can't move at the speed of AI. I don't want to. I don't want to have an AI first policy. I've done it this way. And then we kindly part ways. And the new person who comes in, we're telling them we're fast moving, we're AI first. And they're like, I'm obsessed with AI. I want to be part of that team. So you have to, when hiring new people, let them know what the culture is about in this AI revolution that we're in right now.
Right.
And you have to tell them ahead of time that you're going to be using AI.
So that's why you, as the founder and head and visionary, and a chief growth officer, which is like my name in the company, I have to like lead with the AI policy.
Right. You have to lead with this AI policy and then also an enthusiasm and the AI mindset, because your team members are going to be looking to you unless you assign someone else where you say, this person right here is going to be our AI enthusiast and lead us through this AI time that we're in right now, because they're more capable.
Got it. That makes total sense. Okay.
I think it's hearing you out. It's like embrace it, build the culture. And there's a saying that they say, if you build it, they will come.
Right.
I guess if you build it, it will grow.
It will.
Kind of. So I see it's a lot about human resources.
Yes.
Because you're building a culture.
Right.
And people understanding how fast the dynamic is going to be, and that change is going to be the everyday kind of work.
And if your team is excited about the company growth as much as you are, that's when we all excel together. If they're not excited about the company growth, they won't survive, because this time that we're in right now with AI is about pushing the company forward in the time of AI. How can our company leverage it to grow, scale, and multiply faster than ever before? Let's go. Let's win the race. And so if they're not along with that in your culture, they will fall off, and you'll find someone else who's like, this is exciting. Let's go. I'm ready to go integrate and implement this. But sometimes it is for somebody who's used to doing the same task for 20 years the same way. And now you're saying you need to integrate AI to turn it into a better process. That change management, that transformation that's going to happen might not be overnight. They might not be too excited about it. So you have to, as the leader, say, can you help me? Let's see what's going to happen. And I'm excited to see in this AI revolution, but we need you to be part of it. So you have to make everybody part of the process of growth.
Okay, I got, we at EO love to do things with 1 or 2 words. So if you want to, biggest challenge, which will be in a 1 or 2 words, your biggest challenge. Or anybody who want to get into this AI kind of movement.
1 word. Wow. Biggest challenge. I would say that it would be forward. Like, it's hard to look forward when forward is so fast. So a lot of people are saying, how do we move forward, or what does the future look like when the future is already here? So people will ask me, well, what do you think the future looks like in 5 years? I'm saying, well, what I thought it was last year, it's already here. I mean, every time I start to think about, oh, this is happening in the future, you turn around and the future is here. So kind of the forward or future.
And if you will advise, I'm sure that people are hearing us and watching us are going like, yeah, I want to do it, but it looks like it's going to be very difficult. What will you give them in terms of advice so they really jump into it?
Sure. Start small is what I would say as an advice. Start small. Start with ChatGPT. And so lots of people already have ChatGPT accounts, but don't feel intimidated like, oh, I'm not a prompt engineer. I don't know how to prompt it. Everybody's talking about you have to know what to say to it in order to get the best results. Well, you could, in ChatGPT, there's this microphone called the dictate button. Click on that and just do a brain dump. Tell ChatGPT everything that's on your mind that you want help with. And then in the beginning of that brain dump, just tell ChatGPT, clean up this prompt for ChatGPT for clarity and impact. Put a colon, and then your brain dump is there. And you'll watch as ChatGPT takes your brain dump and organizes it into something that you can now copy and paste into a new window in ChatGPT. And you're like, wow, that's exactly what I wanted to say, but better. And now you can start to use it. So people who are like, I can't do it because I don't know how to prompt. I never took a class in prompt engineering. Don't worry about that anymore, because ChatGPT can rewrite your brain dump and turn it into a prompt for ChatGPT. It's like we're using the AI to help us use the AI. And that's the best place to start.
So I have a question in terms of, I've always been in terms of technology, right? Productivity was next, like faster. But what does Alicia does for like unwind and disconnect?
That is a really good question. I have a dog. I like to watch my all right? Same age. To disconnect. So I will say that I'm not disconnected very much. I'm super excited and passionate about it. And the reason that I don't, I have my phone right here. I'm ready if we need to go. I'm ready with ChatGPT. is because I'm thinking about it's made my life easier. I'm solution focused. So if you were to ask me a question about, hey, could you change your flight to leave tonight instead of tomorrow, I'm opening up my ChatGPT, asking for the best flight, and then I can ask ChatGPT agent to book my flight for me and put my phone down and come back and talk to you, and everything is done. So
how do you disconnect connected?
I
like
sleep.
because your brain is that sleeps good and meditation.
But I love being outside, so I love to go swimming. I love to go to Jamaica and unwind and swim and be in nature. And I think that's a total disconnect from our phones and computers. If I have to get in the water, I have to leave my phone behind. So I gotta go for a swim. And but disconnecting on a day-to-day basis is intentional. So we have to make intentional disconnections, and that means leaving the phone in the other room while we're watching Netflix and not worrying about what's happening, who's calling, or the latest changes. But it's very intentional in this super digital time that we're in right now. You have to do it with intention. You have to schedule it.
You're really breaking the paradigm because you are make it personal.
Yeah.
By designing and using AI, you're freeing time to be one-on-one with the real people.
Correct.
And it's working for you.
Yes.
Awesome.
And in my personal life, I use it all the time to help me save time, save money in such a huge way. I use this example. My dishwasher broke, right? And so I'm like, I have to find a dishwasher person. It's going to take a lot of time. And then he or she is going to come to my house, and I got to be here when they come, and I'm never home. And then I have to pay them. It's going to be $150 to fix it. This is a lot of time, frustration. So I opened the dishwasher, took a picture and asked ChatGPT what could be wrong with the dishwasher, took a picture of the brand and the outside, and ChatGPT said, pull out this bottom part, take another picture. I did that, and it said the filter's broken. Turn it to the right. Pull it up. I pulled it up, took another picture, gave it back to ChatGPT, and it said, get this filter. And it gave me the filter from Amazon. It cost $7.99. It was in my house the next day. When it came, then I took a picture of the box in the same conversation, and ChatGPT politely said, take it out of the box, put it in, turn it to the left, and test it. And it worked. And I was like, the amount of money and time it saved. So now that's for me. I looked back at that and said, wow, I saved hours. I didn't have to make an appointment. Frustration. I did the same thing for the smart lock on my door. Battery ran out. No idea how to change this thing. Took a picture. ChatGPT walked me through it. And I asked it, draw a diagram of what I need to do. And it created an illustrated diagram with step 1, step 2 on it.
It's taking a note of that.
But in summary, it's basically repetitive task.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what we're going to automate so we can basically live life and run the business.
And problems. It will help you to solve your problems.
Yes.
Dishwasher not working, batteries out on your thing. In personal life, I took a picture of my refrigerator, freezer, spice cabinet, pantry, said I need a meal to cook that's going to take me 30 minutes or less. I have 3 friends coming over. It gave me the recipe, and I said, show me what the plate should look like at the end. And then it gave me an image of what my plate should look like at the end. I was like, done. So it's taking away the time and frustration it would have taken me to say, what am I going to cook? I can't figure it out. My brain's not there right now,
Oh, that's great.
Just, helps.
So you are constantly juggling your time frames and using AI to have a better quality. How do you really see the surroundings of your friends? How you see them? Are you one of those advocates that tell them, hey, I got 3 hours because you guys are not necessarily using your calendar in an efficient way? So in an everyday life situation, how do you advocate about AI?
Sure. I mean, all my friends and everyone in my life is using AI. They have to be using AI. And the reason is because they're excited with the changes that they've seen happen in my life. They're like, how are you doing that? How did you do this? What's going on? So by, integrating it into my life, other people around me see what it's doing and they get excited about it. So the excitement will pass through to other people. My nieces are excited about it and using it as ChatGPT as tutors and homework assistants to help them get to the next level. Spanish tutors. My nieces are using ChatGPT to help them with their Spanish. So it's about the excitement in your life, and then that other people see it and they get excited about it. So yes,
Awesome.
we're all. If you're a friend, you're going to be using ChatGPT or some other AI tool because I want them to have a better life as well. Like if I kept this to myself, I would feel selfish. So if I'm optimizing my life, I want you to optimize yours too.
So you were able to bring your brand as AI Queen across business and personal.
Yes.
Definitely.
Love it.
Alicia, thank you very much for your insight. It's been great. I know we could be talking for hours, but thank you for being Puerto Rico, for being with the Puerto Rico today.
It was amazing.
It's been great and very enlightening.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'm going to get some of those tips.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies.
Esta conversación con Alicia Lyttle ha sido realmente inspiradora. Nos reta a pensar en grande y a liderar con propósito. Ahora, en nuestra próxima entrevista, vamos a pasar con Eduardo Rubio, que nos va a estar hablando de lo que viene en Mayo Sanse 2026.
Pues Eduardo, bienvenido. Y queríamos hacerte unas preguntas, empezando con ¿qué te motivó a crear lo de Yo Sanse y cuál es el propósito detrás de eso?
Gracias por invitarme hoy aquí a este super podcast. ¿Qué me motivó? Me motivó Tony Sécola, que se inventó sanquear todas las fiestas de la calle San Sebastián y empezó a regar la voz y me invitaron y yo dije, pues dale, vamos. Y entonces ese primer año salimos todos, ¿verdad? Aprendimos a sanquear, cogimos clases y salimos todos ahí de superhéroes. Después al próximo año estaba todo el mundo súper entusiasmado y decidimos pues hacer algo un poquito más estructurado y tocamos la puerta del grupo de Pedro Adorno, Agua, Sol y Sereno, y le pedimos, ¿verdad?, que nos ayudara a generar una comparsa, ¿verdad?, que tuviese un contenido cultural que nos representara como empresario y representara a IO, ¿verdad? Y comenzamos toda una conversación de que cómo lo podíamos hacer.
¿Y cómo se convierte eso de algo para divertirse, ¿verdad?, a algo que hace propósito para ellos?
Bueno, se convierte a través de los talleres de Pedro Adorno. Él comenzó, ¿verdad?, a hablarnos un poco del trasfondo histórico que tiene la comparsa y cultural para lo que son las fiestas de la calle San Sebastián, y ahí empezó a coger otro vuelo.
Interesante.
Fíjate, Eduardo, una cosa son las fiestas de San Sebastián y creo que lo que tú estás haciendo con Mayo Sanse es que yo me lleve a la Sanse de otra manera. Los que nos están escuchando, nuestros socios, nuestros miembros, ¿qué deben estar esperando de Mayo Sanse 2026? ¿Cuál es la experiencia?
Pues la experiencia es tan reveladora y profunda como cada cual decida tenerla, ¿verdad? Nosotros vamos a tener unos talleres que van a ser súper profundos y que nos va a dar mucho contexto, y los que vayan pues van a poder sumergirse en toda esa experiencia, ¿verdad? Vamos a conocer de primera mano a través de Agua, Sol y Sereno y Pedro Adorno de qué se trata esa propuesta cultural, y vamos a formar parte de ella. Vamos a través de esos talleres a montar nuestra comparsa y vamos a llegar el jueves y vamos a participar en vivo de la comparsa. Así que vamos a caminar con toda la comparsa. Eso es una experiencia brutal. Ahí vamos a estar metidos en el meollo del asunto de verdad.
Y aterrizamos, creo que vuelve este año
El lounge.
Que creo que le pusiste el nido de IO.
El nido de...
Que vamos a aprender liderato, vamos a volar en la comparsa y tenemos nuestra casa IO, el nido.
Nuestro nido, que vamos a tener el lounge como el año pasado, refrigerio, vamos a tener picadera, comida, va a haber un área donde poder descansar, utilizar el baño, y ahí pues vamos a tener una exposición de todos nuestros artefactos que van a formar parte de la comparsa.
O sea, que una cosa es ir a la Sanse y otra cosa es ir a Mayo Sanse.
Una cosa es ir y otra cosa es vivírsela como nos la vamos a vivir nosotros, así que...
Y además de los IOers de Puerto Rico, ¿qué les recomienda a los IOers de las Américas con este evento? ¿Qué se pueden esperar?
Bueno, pues puede esperarse sumergirse en un evento cultural que es brutal, ¿verdad? Que todos nosotros pues lo conocemos, pero al que nunca ha estado en una fiesta de la calle San Sebastián, pues un festival como el de Río o cualquier otro festival internacional, obviamente a la escala de Puerto Rico, pero sí pueden esperar vivirse lo que es Puerto Rico en 3 días de una forma súper intensa y bien colorida, bien bonita, con mucha música, con mucha alegría, con muchos elementos culturales que nos representan.
Todo un espectáculo, definitivamente.
Sí,
creo que lo que próximamente me imagino que nos va a decir cómo nos registramos y demás, o sea que estén pendientes a todas las redes sociales y al WhatsApp para
Ya pueden,
registrarse. Ya no podemos
ya lo
registrar.
podemos registrar, todos pueden entrar a la página oficial de
MIO
de
Sans.
MIO Sanse, ahí ya está arriba, ahí tienen los detalles, cuáles son los paquetes, cuáles son las fechas, y todo relacionado con el evento.
Sí, los espacios son limitados, igual que todo el espacio que hay en la Sanse, así que vayan a registrarse desde ya. Gracias, Eduardo, por tu tiempo y gracias por la iniciativa, me encanta.
Gracias.
Nos vemos en la Sanse.
Eso es así.
Gracias por estar con nosotros hoy. Esto fue Ignite, el podcast de IO Puerto Rico, donde Alicia Lyttle nos inspiró con su visión y cómo innovar y construir sobre todo un futuro con propósito.
Make it personal, make it purposeful, make it matter. Hasta la próxima.
Bye.